Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in again today. I am here to review a new Tarte foundation that launched exclusively on QVC called Rainforest of the Sea. Now this is one of those new foundations that has the little dropper applicator and it's really supposed to be a lightweight hydrating foundation, and it's infused with their new Rainforest of the Sea complex, which I'm not really sure what that is. It has SPF 15 in it, and it says it's really a buildable coverage. It's moisturizing, radiant. It can be anywhere, they say, from a light to a full coverage foundation. So yeah, I just thought it sounded interesting. I love Tarte. I'm a huge Tarte fan. I've tried pretty much all of their foundations at this point, including the ones that have only been launched on QVC. So I figured when I saw that this was available, I just had to give it a try. It comes in a number of different shades. I got it in the color light. It comes in fair, light, light medium, medium, tan, and deep. So those are the shades you can order it in. Right now it's selling for $35.48 plus $3 shipping and handling on QVC, and it comes with this double-ended synthetic buffer brush. So I wore it today for the first time, so I just wanted to give you my initial thoughts and reactions on the product so you can see if this is something that you would be interested in checking out. I am wearing it today so you can get an idea of the finish and what it looks like. This has been on my face since about 7:30 a.m. and it's now 6:45 p.m. so quite a long bit of wear. I did touch up a little bit around my chin and around my nose because it was starting to rub off in some places and get a little bit red, but otherwise really it's all pretty much still intact and fresh, which I was actually really pleasantly surprised by. I'm gonna be honest, when I first went to apply this foundation this morning for the first time, I was just not loving it. I was having a really hard time. I know that this whole dropper fad thing is like really cool right now and everyone is into it, and these serum foundations is a big trend, and a lot of cosmetic companies are marketing foundations as cosmetics as skincare and like this kind of cosmeceutical thing. And I mean, I don't really know if I buy it. I mean, I do think that foundation certainly has some skin benefits associated with it as far as protecting your skin from free radicals and providing with SPF and hydration, but I don't really feel like a foundation is a serum just because it has a serum applicator. Now this Rainforest of the Sea complex, I really can't speak to that, and the skin benefits I just don't quite understand. I feel like, just to be totally honest, Tarte always comes out with some secret amazing miracle ingredient every year or two, and we're all supposed to just jump on board, whether it's maracuja or oil or whatever the clay is, or I don't know. There's so many different ones I can't even really keep up. But regardless, I love Tarte, and I love that their products are formulated without parabens, mineral oil, phthalates, triglycerin, sodium lauryl sulfates, gluten, and obviously they're dermatologist tested. So for all those reasons, I love Tarte, and they're also cruelty and animal byproduct free. So for all those reasons, I think Tarte is an awesome brand, and that's why I continue to patronize their company. But as far as understanding this miracle benefits of the C complex or whatever it is, I can't really speak to that. So anyways, when I originally applied this morning, I found the dropper to be a little bit cumbersome. I prefer a pump or just a spill top. I don't really think that the dropper system is that user-friendly. I believe they said about 3 drops for light to medium coverage and up to 6 drops for full coverage. And I like a full coverage foundation, so I used more towards the 6 drops. And even then, I just felt like I wasn't getting a lot of coverage right away. I was seeing my redness poking through, my freckles poking through. Also, the brush that it comes with, it's quite dense. It's very, very dense. So dense to the point where I felt like the very thin consistency of this product was just getting soaked up by the brush, and it was barely even buffing onto the skin. So whereas I would typically put the foundation onto the back of my hand, pounce the brush onto my hand, and then swirl it all over my face, by the time I did that, half the product was on my hand, half the product was in the brush, and none of it was on my face. So I was just feeling like I wasn't getting any foundation on my face. So then I tried dropping it directly onto the brush like this, and then taking that product and swirling that into the face. And you know, that helped a little bit more, but even then I felt like the brush was just eating up all the product, and it's so densely packed that the product is literally being like blended away. It's not depositing the product on the skin, it's literally blending it off the skin, and then all the product ends up in the brush. So I haven't yet experimented with a different brush, but in my humble opinion, this is not the one that I would reach for. I think something more along the lines of a dome-shaped synthetic buffer brush, like the IT Cosmetics Airbrush Blurring Foundation Brush or the Sephora number 55 Airbrush. I think those brushes would work a lot better, so that's what I plan on using next. It is a double-ended brush, so this is the side that I was using all over my face. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit less densely packed. The other side is angled and even more densely packed. So this, I believe, is supposed to be intended for like around your eyes, around your nose. But again, it's so dense that it buffs the product away, and it also seeps all the product inside the brush. So I was having a really hard time getting the level of coverage that I desired out of this foundation. So I just kept building it and building it and building it, and I felt like I was using a ton of product. So I was really frustrated while I was applying it, and I just thought, oh, I need to return this. Why did I throw the shipping label away? But honestly, after finally getting it on my face, I thought, wow, this looks so good. It was really radiant. It gave me a nice glow. It really minimized my pores, and it looked like real skin, which is something that I think I am really lacking in a lot of my foundations. They really don't, for the most part. Most of the ones I tend to gravitate towards, which are the thicker coverage, fuller, you know, heavier foundations, they don't really look like real skin. They look airbrushed, they look perfect and flawless, which I like, but they don't look like real skin. And this, I felt like, really made my face just look natural and pretty and glowy and dewy, but actually look like my real skin. The finish of it is great. If you can see this, I really didn't powder it. And it's fairly natural. It's not dewy and it's not matte. It's just a nice natural skin-like finish. I mean, of all my foundations, I really feel like this one looks the most like my natural skin. So that's one thing I really, really liked about it. Also, I was really pleasantly surprised to find the wear time was really good, and also the oil control was really good. I have a little bit more of that normal to oily skin type. So a hydrating foundation, I typically just expect that I'm gonna have to blot, that it's gonna be oily. And with this one, I really didn't experience that at all. So all in all, I think, you know, I've been pleasantly surprised by this foundation. The brush was not my favorite. I'm going to experiment with different application methods. Overall, if you like something a little bit more lightweight, you want a natural, very lightweight feeling and looking like skin foundation, I would highly recommend this. I'm not a fan of the applicator, but I can see past that because it is a really nice foundation. I just don't like the application method. The application is cumbersome to me, not only because of the applicator, but because I didn't like the brush. So anyways, it's still a great value for $35 on QVC. I would highly recommend checking it out. I know some of the colors are limited at this point, or you have to go on a wait list, but I'm sure it'll be coming back into stock soon. And I don't know when it's launching at Sephora or Ulta, but you might want to check that out as well, or just keep your eye on it. So anyways, guys, I hope that this was a helpful review and first impressions. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.